some guy named Zach. It's time for the main event. And this guy seems to be eyeing for a traitor. Yeah, exactly.
I am personally disgusted with Philips back on Disobey.
Let's see if that comes back to bite, or if he can come out on top tonight. He looks to be feeling it right now.
We're always feeling it until we get punched in the face.
He's got a tall task ahead of us, trying to dethrone the king, King Simon. With this banger through the speakers right now. Do you know what that means, Zach?
That means we are being graced by the presence of our champion.
It is now time to disobey.
Gotta respect the champion.
White turkey. I'm Jed, the soft they know. I can say anything that I want, anytime that I want. Go buy me though. Don't act like
for Brandon Collings, it's his first time in the main event, but for this man right here, the king, the champion of CWF,
we are not worthy.
This is not his first time in the main event. Liz here in the main event. He breathes here in the main event. He is the main event.
There's some beef going on here with Mr. Mason and the champ.
Telling Chris Mason, go ahead back. Head to the back, I'll need you tonight.
This is an insurrection. Attacking redneck, he said, we call me Emo. It's my side, I'm like yo-yo. He said shit like I'm Diesel. Big head boy, that's a no-no. They stitch you up like Lilo. We got one cake on my slow-mo. One more break for my people. Rosanna like I'm Toto. You thought you was my equal. So would you do what would you done? Every time I drop a song, that bitch go boom, 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 boom.
The confidence, the calmness,
Rightfully so.
excellence right here. For Brandon Collins, this is the biggest match of his life. For Simon Phillips, this is just another day at work. Just another match. Looking to make Brandon Collins another notch on his belt.
The following is the main event of CWF Warfare, scheduled for one fall. And I was just informed the board of directors has decided that this match will be no holds barred.
Bombshell being dropped on this match right now. Now, no
And
hard.
it is for the richest prize that the CWF can offer, the CWF Championship. Introducing first, to my right, the challenger. He is a former CWF Tag Team Champion, now cashing in his CWF Voltage tag. This is Brandon Collings.
Traitor. We don't like traitors.
And introducing next, to my left, he is the reigning, defending CWF Tag Team, CWF Champion. All hail the King, Simon Phillips.
Look at the physique. It's like a Greek god in the ring.
The work he's put in, the hours he's spent in the gym,
Look at this.
the diet that he follows.
Gentlemen, good luck to you both.
As we get ready for the CWF Championship.
Let's see you get up there and do it, Darion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. The CWF Championship, the richest prize that the Coastal Wrestling Federation sanctions. Currently around the waist of the Defiant King, Simon Phillips. He is defending it against his former protege, his former disciple, Brandon Collings. And shades of what we saw at CWF Voltage in January, Simon, showing disrespect to our official. The bell is rung, and here we go. This is no holds barred. These men now have sanction, now have quarter to give everything they've got to each other, and they don't have to worry about disqualification. Brandon Collings will tilt the whirling around on Simon Phillips and sending him to the outside.
Very athletic.
Darion, you've been in a lot of matchups. You've defended titles before. Tell the folks what all you can expect in a no-holds-barred matchup. Well, you can expect things like that right there. Men flying out of the ring and falling onto kings. No love lost between these two.
As the challenger, Brandon Collins, as you can see right now, he's going to throw everything he has at the
Trying to end
champion.
it right there.
He's going to come fast. He's going to come furious. He's going to give him everything, trying to walk out with gold tonight. But on the other hand, Simon Phillips, he's going to show his resilience. He's going to show his defiance. And he's going to do anything he has to. Anything and everything that he has to retain that championship.
And if we're lucky, we get to watch the King and the Traitor.
The King and the Traitor, Brandon Collins, broke rank with Simon Phillips late last year after Brandon and Nathan Sims lost the tag titles.
This man right here kicked Nathan Sims in the face, kicked Simon Phillips in the face.
Cashing in the Voltage tag that he won while he was with Disobey. Now his own man unmasked himself, Brandon Collins. This is only his second match back. Last time in January, got a big win over KJ and Paula, and now hasn't missed a step. You just see the athleticism on exhibition here from Brandon Collins onto Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips tripping him in.
Targeting the face. The face that's surgically repaired.
Simon Phillips.
Very, very recently surgically repaired as well.
You guys are alluding to the attack that Simon Phillips did on Brandon Collins.
I call it self-defense.
It was not self-defense. He attacked Brandon Collins. He shattered the man's face. Brandon Collins had to have reconstructive surgery on himself.
Well, that's what happens when you're a traitor. When you betray your leader, that's what happens. A king has to punish people.
They did break ranks. They did go their separate ways. Brandon Collins did not deserve that.
Well,
Now Simon Phillips targeting the face once again, all completely legal in this no-holds-barred matchup.
And you had to know that someone like Simon Phillips was going to go straight to that face. You had to know.
Simon Phillips knows Brandon Collins very well, taught him everything he knew. Simon Phillips going for the ladder, going for a chair, all perfectly legal and no-holds-barred.
Donnie, was that a leprechaun under the ring?
I didn't see a leprechaun, but what I did see is that chair missing Brandon Collins. Brandon Collins with a drop kick onto the steel chair, and the steel chair
almost went to the
connects.
front row.
You know, Brandon Collins is itching to do as much damage as possible
There's
to
a creed
Simon
for that.
Phillips. It's not just about winning the title. It's about punishing the man that he used to call his teacher, used to call his mentor.
well, if he wanted to turn his back on him, he still would be calling him mentor.
That's where he has to keep himself in check, making this personal, making this about the attack. He needs to focus on the gold, because that's sure what Simon's about to do.
Simon currently,
that slaps the champ's chest and hurts himself.
Simon catching the brunt of this matchup so far. Oh,
He will not
Donnie.
stand
Collins'
for that.
chest. I heard that through my headset. They heard that 2 count, he's over.
I haven't recovered from the last chop.
Once again, targeting that face, the weak spot of Brandon Collins. Had to have reconstructive surgery. Suplex onto Brandon Collins. Simon Phillips trying to retain his title here. We already saw one title retained here at CWF Warfare. The tag title still in the hands of Marshall Briggs and Nathan Sims, raking that boot across the flesh. When leather meets flesh, leather wins every time. Don't even think Brandon can see there for a moment. Simon Phillips showing no mercy to his former protege.
Nor should he.
No, he shouldn't.
Defiant King rules the CWF with an iron fist, or a hard boot, if you will. Brandon Collins might be having second thoughts here. Brandon Collins, I hear, has a child on the way.
Yes, he does. A little boy, by the way.
Heard someone else here recently welcomed a new member to their family.
I sure did, Donnie. My first girl,
Congratulations on
my
that.
last child.
You procreated.
Yeah, 4 times.
I know the Bible says be fruitful and multiply, but dang there. Right now, what's not fruitful is Brandon Collins' attempt to win the gold here. And
Speaking
now,
of children,
Simon Phillips tearing away the matting that we have here placed on the floor.
Exposing the concrete.
Speaking of children, like Brandon's unborn child will not recognize his father after this match.
Stopping the suplex attempt, stopping it a second time. Suplexing Simon onto that carpet. That carpet just a thin layer over hard concrete here in the Santa Rosa County Auditorium.
That hurt my back.
That'll realign your lower lumbar.
And it's not just the damage done to the back. When you hit the ground like that, the wind is taken out of you.
Instantly.
I think it even took some out of Brandon because, you know, even though he executed the suplex, his back hit the floor too.
It damages everybody involved.
Scooting that ladder over. Brandon Collins has ill intent planned for that steel chair. Doesn't see Simon Phillips rolling back into the ring. Grabbing him. No! On the reconstructed face of Brandon Collins, colliding right into the steel chair. Simon Phillips perched up. Defiant King going down, crashing onto Brandon Collins.
They've been going hard in this match from the jump. This match may not even last that long.
The board of directors decided to take the handcuffs off, take the leashes off. They wanted this matter settled. So they decided to make this a no-holds-barred matchup.
The strength.
The ingenuity, the aerial ingenuity of Brandon Collings, reversing that, transitioning into a move of his own and executing it perfectly onto the Defiant King, Simon Phillips. Was it enough though? No, only 2.
A weak 2 count at best.
Simon Phillips defending his title for the 3rd time. Defended it for the first time against Nathan Sims. Defended it most recently against Johnny Romano. Now defending for the 1st time against Brandon Collings. Brandon Collings colliding with him. This could be his last title defense.
Let's not be so disrespectful, Donnie.
As well as use this voltage tag.
Well, this is what the voltage tag is all about. Win it, and you can challenge for any title you want here in the CWF. And Brandon Collings wants the CWF Championship.
Granted, I would have used it in a way that has a little bit more security, but to each their own.
Brandon Collings told me he wants to hit him with the steel chair. He wants to hit him with the ladder. Wants to hit him with all kind of things. Man, Defiant Simon Phillips
he can't even find his opponent.
Defiant Simon Phillips just retreating under the ring there. But most, Brandon Collings wants to hit the Collins cross on the Defiant King and pin him 1, 2, 3. Laying the boots to the challenger here.
That's what we love to see, Donnie. Oh.
Just using all of his body weight on Brandon. Brandon certainly not the biggest man in CWF. No! Once again, Simon Phillips having a little bit of temper with the officiating of our officials. Reaching over, Simon Phillips with the cross. Giving Brandon Collins his last rites, so to speak. Using the cross as a weapon on the head, on the face of Brandon Collins. How sick can you be following it up with a knee?
Like I said, he's going to do anything and everything he has to get the job done tonight.
And how is that sick, Donnie? That's legal.
It is completely legal, but you got to think that humanity would step in at some point and go, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Should we give traitors humanity now?
Let me tell you what it comes down to, Donnie.
At every point in a teacher-student relationship, the teacher or the student breaks away from the teacher to strike out on its own. Granted, it was under amicable circumstances, but Brandon Collins had every right to strike out on his own. Oh!
Let me tell you what it comes down to, Donnie. This championship that they're fighting for, it means more money. More money keeps food on the table, and Simon Phillips, he's eating, and he wants to keep eating. That's what it's about.
Brandon Collins eating that move from the Defiant King. No, almost! Referee's hand almost hit the mat for the 3rd time. But he's telling him, Brandon Collins has risen again. But now you see that ladder. I don't even know how that ladder got under the ring. How do these things get under the ring? Well, be that as it may,
that's a crew or something.
It's got to be the ring crew. They got to be setting it up.
I know, man. They just put all kind of stuff under there. I think I even saw Jimmy Hoffa's body. Right now, the body of Brandon Collins going to see that ladder. Simon Phillips has violent delights planned for him. No! Flipping over the Defiant King with that back onto that steel ladder.
Well,
they don't teach you that in wrestling school.
It's not nice at all.
Brandon Collins planting his head into the mat. Was it enough? No!
It's not. It's going to take more than that to beat the King.
Only a 2 count.
His back has got to be throbbing right now.
Throbbing? Ugh.
The face of Brandon Collins has got to be throbbing. Everything's got to be throbbing on these guys.
Hold on. Looks like he's going to the high red district.
Brandon Collins, known for his high-flying maneuvers. That's how he won tag gold when he was a member of Disobey. Wants to win singles gold here. Has a chance to do it. Simon clutching onto that back.
He can't even get up there.
Get on the ropes.
The damage already done. These men both eating about equal as terms of offense goes.
Oh.
Boot to the head from from Simon Phillips onto his former protege.
Look at the strength.
Simon Phillips perched up there on that rope. Brandon Collins.
What's going on there?
Building up some momentum.
Oh.
Almost. Not balanced quite right on that top rope.
Nope.
Hurricanrana off the rope right onto the mat. Doing more damage to the back. The Defiant King is laid low. The challenger going to the top. Going to the higher end district.
Splash.
No! The Risen 5-star splash was not enough to put away the Defiant King. The King still lives. The King is still the champion.
He's picking him up. He's picking him up for the cross.
Simon reversed it. Simon had a moment to catch his breath, slapping the chest now.
Oh, man.
Pile driver onto the challenger. No! How do you kick out of that, Darion? What is this man made of? Simon Phillips, you see the look of shock on his
The
face.
hidden reserves just kicked in.
He planted that man's head, that man's face, that man's reconstructed face right into the mat, and Risen Brandon Collins was still able to rise again. How bad does this man want the championship, I ask you? He wants it more than anything in life itself.
I tell you, spite will take you a long way. And he is spiting Simon Phillips hard.
As a famous manager once said, hate is one hell of a motivator.
The King is stalking. What is he looking to do here?
Might be trying to go for the King's crown. He got it. He got it onto Simon Phillips.
Smartly rolling to the outside.
Simon Phillips able to use a little momentum and roll to the outside.
Very smart. This is why he has retained championship. This is why he is on top of the game.
Collins executed the Collins cross, was going for the pin, but Simon was able to use that momentum and might have been just, muscle movement, but was able to roll to the outside.
Muscle movement, autopilot, call it what you want.
Brandon
Simon
looking for more goodies under the ring, might not be any to be found. Staggering around, trying to ignore that buzzing I'm sure he feels in his head, in his face. Wait a minute, another steel chair was under there. Gonna give the King his throne, so to speak. Right onto the back of Defiant Simon Phillips. Not once, but twice. Third time for good measure. Fourth time. Fifth time.
raining chair shots right now.
He's leaving all his rage and aggression out with that chair. Oh, I feel bad for the
Could
King.
be very therapeutic. Wants to put the exclamation point on it. Simon not gonna let him do it. Puts him into the ropes. Hits him with the
running
knee.
knee lift.
Snapmare from the other side. Misses with his knees of glory. Brandon back up. Laying in the strikes to Simon. Simon reverse Irish whipping him into the corner. Misses with the lariat. Super kick from Brandon Collins. Covering the champion. No! We almost had a new champion. The reign of Simon Phillips continues, if it's even, but only for a second, only for a moment.
The crowd is unhappy with that count.
Unhappy they may be, but Simon was able to kick
Is he
out.
looking to have a little bit of elevation with the front?
Well, the higher you go, the harder you fall. The harder you fall on your opponent.
Or on your face.
Simon climbing the ladder, has Brandon good up there. Brandon perched very precariously.
In a situation like this, gravity is nobody's friend.
Nobody's friend.
Suplex on the ladder, and both men crashing down.
Oh,
Simon holds on.
rolls through.
The King's crown
Detonates.
onto the risen Brandon Collins. Wasn't enough. He got it.
And still, CWF champion.
The King stays on his
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still CWF champion, the Defiant King, Simon Phillips.
How do you like that, Donnie?
Ladies and gentlemen who are listening at home, Zach and Darion, you have seen what two mortal men will put themselves through for the honor of calling themselves CWF champion. And that honor is still over the shoulder of the Defiant King, Simon Phillips. I have been critical of Simon in the past, but I have to give the King his roses. He went through hell and retained that title, but take nothing from risen Brandon Collins. That man put Simon through limits that he has never before faced.
Yeah, Donnie, take nothing away from Brandon because he took everything away from himself tonight.
Right.
He took himself out the D1 tournament. Didn't walk out with that gold. He used his voltage tag for this match right here. Unsuccessfully, he is walking out with nothing.
The only thing we saw is a traitor get what he deserves, put down like a dog.
Meanwhile, Simon stands tall, walking out with everything.
Simon Phillips glaring down at his former protege, his former disciple. This crowd, some are bowing to the King, but more are showering him in boos.
The crowd doesn't like it, but guess what? That is just too bad because still the CWF champion, the King.
That was a hell of a match, though.
That was a hell of a match. Brandon Collins trying to get back to his feet. Simon Phillips showing some restraint here now. Extending his hand.
As a good king does.
Extending his hand in good sportsmanship for a match well fought, a war well fought. These men, can Risen Brandon Collins do it? Can he put aside all the hate he feels? Yes, he can. These men, whatever animosity they had for each other, they exercised it in that ring.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. What the hell?
What?
Flow Enterprises coming out.
These losers again?
Flow Enterprises 0-2 here.
This is what we call the start of a gang war.
Flow Enterprises, you'd think they would have tucked their feathers between their legs and been back on I-10 to wherever they came from, but instead, coming out here for some reason.
I think they're making the tension very clear right now on who is next in line for the CWF title.
Simon Phillips and Brandon Collins. Brandon Collins and Simon Phillips, once bitters injuries, literally have each other's back right here. Chris Mason, the protege, the new protege of Simon Phillips, nowhere to be found to back up his king.
I want to know why these losers are out here again.
Well, it's
You see that right
pandemonium.
there? They're out here for a beatdown.
Beating down on the Defiant King, Simon Phillips. There's always a bigger shark, it would seem. And Hunter Hendricks smashing
Everybody
Risen
being
Brandon
taken out.
Collins into that steel post.
Disobey's being taken out. The cameraman was almost taken out.
Well, the match is over. Oh, but the beatdown continues. These former friends and former bitters of enemies about to be buried here.
They're trying to end Brandon Collins' career right now.
No. Hunter
Continue
Danger,
to
my
take him to the
God,
face.
man. My God,
Have some
somebody
decency.
stop
Eject.
these three. Somebody stop them. No!
Stomp right into the chair.
Stomping his reconstructed face right in that steel chair.
Uncalled for. And this is why I don't like these losers.
These men are lower than snakes. These men are some of the most despicable, disgusting human beings I have ever had to talk about in commentary in my life.
I think I'm gonna throw up. Pure disgusting.
These three men, Hunter Hendricks, Jet Danger, and Flowhawk are nothing but, I can't even say it.
I mentioned earlier, the CWF title is all about trying to put food on your table. Well, I think right now, Flow Enterprises, they're on their way to the table right
I think
now.
an angry cockatiel and some pissed off parakeets are mad they got stomped tonight. They're 0-2.
They couldn't just take their losses with dignity and leave and let these two men settle their differences all along. No, they had to insert their beaks here.
Hey, you say what you got to say, feel how you feel. But at the end of the day, they're the ones standing tall right
Look,
now. Simon Phillips is not.
Simon Phillips is no saint, but no man deserves this after what he just went through.
This is
Simon
just
Phillips is still the champ.
this is just the law of the jungle. That's how it works.
The jungle. Gross.
Putting that chair on the left arm of Simon Phillips. Wait a minute. Referee coming out here. Referee finally coming out to try to restore some order. Stopping. Can we get referee Tim Cook now, one of our senior officials coming in,
About
trying to
time.
get some order, trying to save
About time
our
we get out of here.
champion.
I think he's looking to take that arm off.
Nope. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Come on,
Come
Flowhawk.
on,
Don't
champ.
do it. Don't do it. Oh, my God. That arm is broken. That
What a
arm is,
scumbag.
that wrist is shattered.
Complete scumbag.
What are you doing, Hunter Hendricks? That belt does not belong to the Flowhawk.
I have a feeling it may belong to him very soon.
Well, if he wants a shot, he's going to have to start at the bottom and work his way up. These three men had their chances. They had their opportunities
If
to
you
leave
ask me-
CWF Warfare with gold, and they failed.
If you
and they're
ask
sore
me-
losers.
He just worked his way up to the top.
Hot garbage.
I agree with you,
his,
Zach.
He stuck his claim. And you know the
He
king.
didn't stake his claim.
The king is gonna come back for
He's a
retribution.
coward.
You can call
All
him
of
a coward.
Flow Enterprise. Coward.
You can call them cowards all you want. But right now, you're gonna call them the men standing in the ring right now.
I'm
The
still gonna
last
call them
men
losers.
standing.
They're still losers.
They are losers indeed. That belt does not belong to you.
Look, loser.
Nobody's a loser when they're standing on their feet.
Simon Phillips, as I said, no saint, but he didn't deserve that after what he's been through. And now
So we can't win it.
the belt being stolen by Flow Enterprises. They can't win gold fair and square, so they got to steal it from somebody who just went through a war to defend it.
Like I said, this
Why
is
they
the
acting
law
like
of
they
the
did
jungle,
something? They
and
didn't
that's
do
a
nothing.
chapter that
Garbage.
is not on your ass
Hot
of
garbage.
the real book.
That's what they are. That's what they are. Keep losing, Hunter. Keep losing.
Pieces of.
Oh, whoa, Donnie, this is
Yeah.
a PG show.
I know.
Keep
We
it
know.
chill.
We know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it here for us here
Ladies
at
and
CWF
gentlemen,
Warfare.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been Warfare. That is Donnie Harris. That is some guy named Zach. I am the greatness. Darion Drummond, this has been Radio
Yeah, I am
Greatness.
some guy. That's right.
Good night, everybody.